Hey everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing another 10 on 10 for February using Ashley's kit from her shop called the CutShoppe, and it is document 365. This is February, and you saw I laid out everything that I printed, made sure I had everything that I needed to actually get going with this project. And then I'm kind of sorting it out with the die cuts up at the top, some smaller photos up at the top, and then I'm just gonna get going. So the start of this little section for February is going to have a pattern paper of little hearts. I love the color scheme because it's very non-traditional Valentine's, I would say. It's not all the reds and pinks, so I love how there's some blue and some neutrals in there. It's just a really great balanced color palette. Okay, so I decided to grab that February chapter 2 die cut, distress it just a little bit, add it to the middle of that pattern paper, and also add a punched heart. I have some scraps of some other pattern papers that I'm thinking of using. I punched out a pink heart, but went ahead and just decided to go very simple and not use that. So I'm going to put those pieces down and then move on to the first page, which is going to be a selfie of myself. I think every month I'm going to aim to get a selfie of myself, and this day was super easy because I had just gotten my hair done, so I was feeling fancy. And so I put the die cut that says Self-Love Club and also some punched circles from the black paper, because the paper on the right, I printed it out just like that. So I took the digital stamp that says take note, and I just repeated it 3 times to make a really fun journaling block. And then on the top, I just added the pattern paper. So take note, I put excited for date night and the kids getting to have a kids night out, working on me, myself, and I project today, and I'm loving my hair and just thankful that I'm able to get it done. I'm feeling fancy. And like I said, the last one, the last little box is just talking about creatively what I was doing on that day. Then I will turn the page and work on the afternoon. I didn't take a lot of photos when I was by myself during like my me time, so I have a lot of afternoon and evening photos, which is really fun for a change, because last month I was telling you guys that I don't take a lot of evening photos. So this time I had some evening photos. And okay, I will admit it helped that it was a kids' night out. That really helped. So for the next little page, I'm going to use this, I want to say sunburst pattern paper. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it's pink and it has lots of different variations of pink, and I love it. So I made it into a 4x6, and then I got some photos of my daughter on the swing and then her next to me on the swing. I also saw a heart cloud. I mean, it looked like a heart cloud with a giant stem on it, or tail, but I'm going to call it a heart. So I put that on the right-hand side, and then I'll use that pink heart shape that I punched earlier and a die cut that says whole lot of love. I had a plastic 3x4 page protector something. I don't know where it came from, but I had it in my stash, and I decided I'm going to try to use that to do my flip up instead of the adhesive flip ups that I normally use. So I just added a piece of white paper to the top of the photo of my daughter and then folded that over, and then took that folded over paper and adhered it to the pink pattern paper. I'll also add in a journaling card that says love and then crazy at the bottom. And then I'll add the selfie of my daughter and I, because she is a hoot. She is definitely wild and beats her own drum. Her favorite thing right now is going on that swing, twisting it up as much as she can, and then letting it rip. And she just spins and twirls, and she says she loves that feeling in her stomach. I don't know. I've tried. I did it once with her, and I thought I was going to literally puke. So I don't know how she does it. And this particular day, that top photo of her smirking is because she added dirt to the swing and decided to sit on the dirt and make that a new dirt swing ride. So I don't know. I'm just going with it. And that's kind of what I'm going to write about in my journaling in just a little bit. So I added that pink heart and the die cut to the cloud photo, and now I'm going to add some journaling lines. I found my metal ruler that I absolutely love. It was buried on the floor and it was flipped over to the cork side, so it blended in with my carpet. So I finally found it. I'm so happy. But then I used the wrong pen on the journaling, but whatever. Doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. So I said for my journaling that I don't normally come outside with the kids. I like them to kind of be independent and, do their own thing outside. And I'm also the one inside cleaning up all the messes, or else I'm finishing a workout. But on this day, I came outside. I got to see my daughter be silly on the swing. I was listening to my son show me some trampoline tricks. I got to see the cloud, and I also finished up my book. So it was a good little afternoon break altogether. And as you can see, I used a scratch piece of paper. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a grid dot paper. I think it's from my reading journal paper, so I'm going to use that. And I do have to say that as I was finishing this spread, I realized that, I have this completely out of order, because this story that's coming next is about my son when we picked them up from the kids' night out. So I got everything out of order. But you can see that I got the paper not aligned correctly, so I just kind of ripped it up. I wasn't going to do that a second time to make the correct order. So I just decided I'm going to have it out of order, and it's not going to be that big of a deal. So kids' night out in our community is where you can pay a little bit of money to have your kids go to the community center for a couple hours, and they will watch a movie, do some activities, have some pizza and popcorn, and it's a lot of fun. My son was trained last summer to be a volunteer junior leader, and so I asked the director, boss person, can my son come? And he said, of course. So my son got to go volunteer for this. And in this little note that I'm writing, I am telling the full story of everything, about my son and how just amazing he is doing being a volunteer junior leader. That's what they call it. And it's just amazing how awesome he is with little kids. They left him in charge last summer with 6 kindergartners all by himself in the kiddie splash area. And he just excelled. He did amazing, and we're so proud of him. So I am writing about that, and I also talked about how when I came to get the kids at the end of the night, he had this face expression on his face, and it was just beaming with pride. I know he's so proud of himself. We're so proud of him. And even the adults that were there, that were in charge, said he is amazing and needs to come back every time. So it's the best. It's the best when you get praise like that about your kid. And, I can tell he's awesome with working with kids, and I'm glad that he enjoys that because it gets him off the video games, right? That's what we need. Okay, so the next part is the date night. I got a really great photo of my Fiesta bowl, and I made that 4x6. And then I took the other photos from the evening and made them 3x2, or maybe a little smaller. But I got a photo of us at the table, and then one of my little Target haul. Because of course we went to Target. Of course we did. I had a leftover sticker, I think from the journaling spreads that I was doing with this kit, and so I decided to put love right above the Fiesta bowl. I got a little tiny piece of paper stuck on the L, so that's what I just got off. I journaled a few lines and then added in the XO die cut. And I also want to kind of draw attention to the photos by adding in some flowers. So I'm going to cut those in half and then add them on the left of the top photo and the right of the bottom photo. And I took a pink die cut heart and put it in the middle of the O. So I just love those die cuts. Ashley's kits, I find them so versatile. I think this particular project, 10 on 10, is either my 3rd or 4th project with this kit. I love them. And I can't wait for you guys to see the March one. Okay, so I said date night. We haven't had one in a really long time, and we got to go to one of our favorite Mexican restaurants. And then afterwards, we went to Target. It was just a wonderful night out, just us, and long overdue. So I'm done with that, and I also have a vellum digitally stamped piece, just like I did last month, and I love it. So I'm going to put it in between date night, and I I had so much fun making it. It has all the different stamps on it, like love you this month. I did Friday for the day, love and the flower, and then documented, and February chapter 2. So really, like I said, it's capturing all of the different stamps. Okay, I think I messed up the paper again. I don't know why it was bugging me, you guys. Normally I don't worry about alignment so much, but I was worrying about it with this project this time. I don't know. But I fixed the cardstock and smoothed it out as best as I could. Then I'm going to finish up this 10 on 10 with some photos. They started out 3 by 10. Yeah, 3 by 10. No, 3 by 2. And then I shrunk them down. I think I shrunk them down 20%. So down to 80%, whatever that is. I got a really cool photo of the clouds. Like I looked up and I saw the clouds and remembered that I can kind of take night photos with my iPhone because I have a 12, and I got really excited. So I took a picture of the clouds, got a picture with my daughter, and when we did some reading time, also took a picture journaling and watching a movie, and then uploading a video on YouTube. The cloud photo was a little bit bigger than the others, so I just used my X-Acto knife and trimmed off the pieces that were too big. That way everything was the same size. Then I'll use that half black heart that I punched. You can see it over there on the right hand side. I'll use that down at the bottom, and I'll also use a little small die cut that says XO. And then for a little fun touch up at the top, I'm going to layer a die cut that has the days of the week and a label. So I just circled Friday and trimmed it just a little bit so it'll fit, and then add it up top, and one little black heart die cut. So super cute, and I'm very glad that I have some evening photos like I said. So I am now going to put everything back together and hole punch everything. And like I always say, when I'm hole punching things, it's like I feel like I should be doing some elevator music for you guys. But I'm going to get them all punched together, and then I can do a little flip through and show you guys how it all came together. So I'm absolutely loving this project. It's so fun. It's so easy. I almost feel like somehow I'm making this project easier than I do with Day in the Life, Allie Edwards. I don't know why. Maybe I just put different pressure on myself because it's Allie Edwards. Who knows? I don't know. I'm not going to think about it too much, but I am getting these done quickly after, the actual day, and really enjoying documenting the photos and getting more photos than I normally would, because as the kids have gotten older, I take less and less photos. A whole lot of photos of like creative stuff, but not of everyday life. All right, here we go. So the opening, my selfies, some take notes, and then afternoon backyard time, my amazing teenager, date night with a vellum insert, and then the evening, and that's it. And I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing this come together. I would love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you are new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.